All right. Hello, everyone. Morgan Heitzma here with Scott Leroy Marketing. And today we are going to be talking about our Facebook ads. Today's class is going to be Facebook Ads 101. Happy Friday to you all. Thank you again for joining us here today. What we're going to do here is we're going to jump mainly into our KW Command platform to kind of show how we get our marketing squared away for our social media from scratch, as well as kind of how to connect some additional pieces of social media like your Instagram inside of your Facebook. So again, today's class is going to be recorded. You can find our recording about 24 hours or so on our YouTube page. I'm going to drop that link in the chat box down below for you. Again, it'll take about 24 hours or so for this live recording to process, but just know that you'll be able to find it there for you. Through today's training, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to use this chat box down below. I'll be sure to stop and address any questions you may have along the way. If by chance I miss any questions, just know that I'm going to stay for a few minutes afterwards here to help answer any of those. If by chance I just don't know the question that you're asking, or we need to jump in and troubleshoot it a little bit more, I am going to drop our email in the chat box down below for you. Again, you can reach out to us at support@Scott Leroy Marketing anytime, and we should be able to kind of help jump into your KW Command and help troubleshoot some issues you might have. So as we are jumping into our system here today, we are on the KW Command homepage. We have a lot to cover here today. So again, please feel free to drop those questions in the chat box if I'm going a little too quick. Today's Facebook ads class, we're going to mainly jump into our KW command here. It's going to be agent.kw.com if this is your first time signing in. And it should take your KW username and password. So this is generally the first letter of your first name followed by your last name here. If it's a pretty common combination like John Smith, you may have a number associated at the end. Now, for today's demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and use Scott's login here. And when we sign into our KW Command homepage, we're greeted with this page here. I'm going to zoom up just a little bit so we can see this a little bit easier. And on our KW Command homepage here, on the left-hand side, if we give this red KW square a click, this will actually open up your left-hand icons for you to be able to navigate between your different pages. Now, each page within KW Command is designated for a specific function. So the function that we're actually going to be navigating into is going to be our campaigns right here. Within your campaigns, you can create email campaigns, social media campaigns, and direct mailer campaigns. But before we actually jump into our campaigns section, where it's very important to note that we want to make sure that everything is set up and connected correctly. So when we go and send these out, we're not roadblocked with any additional setup. So first, before we navigate to our campaign section right here, we're going to want to navigate to our headshot and our name on the top right-hand corner. Once we give this a click right here, it'll give us a drop down. And we're going to be looking for the settings option right here. It's going to be third from the bottom. And once inside of our settings page right here, on our right-hand side, you'll see a number of third-party applications that if you are already currently utilizing these, you can feel free to connect these at any point in time to help talk to your KW command system. The two that we're going to be mainly focused on is going to be our Facebook and our Twitter. Well, actually, they actually created a third one, which is our Instagram right here. This is how we connect our social media to be able to send out ads through our campaigns. So the way that we take a look at this right here, and I'm only really going to focus on Facebook for right now, just so we can kind of centralize on this, is if we take a look at this page, we will have our Facebook post scheduling as well as our Facebook ads manager. Now, this does show two different Facebooks to connect here. What this really is two different functions within your Facebook and your KW command. So the first function within our Facebook ads manager, this is going to be where you can set up a payment method to send out ads to claim leads. And as we take a look at this, these are individuals who are interested in the type of services that you're providing, who have not quite connected with you just yet, who may want to do business, right? So this is outside leads that you are hunting for on Facebook. Now, when we scroll up here and we check out our Facebook post scheduling right here, this is going to be where we can connect with our Facebook business page and everyone who's already currently liked our page and is engaging with us. So this is a free option right here. All it is it allows us to create 10, 20, 30 pieces of marketing material, schedule them out on specific days, and allow you to be able to not have to worry about posting content every single day. So again, your Facebook post scheduling is for your internal group, your leads who have already liked your business page, who you're already engaging with. And then your Facebook Ads Manager is going to be for people who don't know about you yet, those new leads that you may be claiming. Now, as we're taking a look right here, I did have a question here. Karen says, Facebook's connected, but I don't have Ads Manager. If we take a look through here, I believe before we get these actually connected here, if you scroll down, I believe one may be in social and one may be in marketing automation. So they may actually be in two separate sections, but they should both be here. If not, please feel free to shoot us an email and I'll be able to jump in and take a look for you. Taking a look here, it's going to be the same with our Twitter. So same rules apply with our Twitter. We have our Twitter post scheduling as well as our Twitter Ads Manager. So new leads, people who have already liked your page. As we're taking a look here, we're primarily going to have our Facebook connected. And one thing to kind of keep in mind that I get questions quite a bit is when we go to kind of connect our Facebook page or our Facebook business page right here, is asking us to connect our personal Facebook as opposed to our business page. The reason for this is that your personal page is going to be the owner of that business page. It's pretty much the grandfather of that Facebook business page. So what we would need to do first is we'll need to connect our personal page within our Facebook post scheduling and our Facebook Ads Manager. Once we connect that, there's going to be one final connection that we're going to need to select, and it's going to be inside of this Manage button right here. Once we click on Manage, it should bring us a pop-up right here. It says that your personal Facebook is indeed connected, but it'll also have a drop-down right here that will show me all of the Facebook business pages that I have connected with this personal account. Now, keep in mind, business pages are the only pages that we're going to be able to post from. Giving this drop-down a click right here, it'll load up all the different business pages that my personal account is connected to. So I have just a sample page, I have a hobby page, and then I have a business page here. But as we're taking a look, depending on what you click is going to be what you choose to send marketing out. So since I don't have anything selected here, even though I have my personal page connected, when I go to my campaigns here, it won't allow me to send it out because I didn't select any business pages right. So this is a common thing that we've seen. So again, if you've connected your Facebook but you're still not able to send ads out, come back here and you may need to just select a business page to run those ads through. So I'll select this one right here. I'll also select my travel destinations as well. So again, once we jump into the campaigns, I can show you how we can toggle between the two. I'm going to hit done right here, and that should pretty much be about it. Within your Facebook post scheduling, you'll have a manage right here, but truthfully, it'll just draw off of that personal account right here. So you don't have to worry about that drop down. So as we're taking a look right here, everything has been successfully connected. One thing that I kind of skipped over is I did not disconnect and reconnect my account. But once you connect your account, you may have a pop-up right here that just asks you to complete your Facebook username and password, and then secure that connection between Command and Facebook. Before I travel over to our actual marketing and our commands campaigns and our social campaigns and things like that, I do want to take a moment and kind of travel over to my Facebook page here so you can kind of see what that connection looks like on the back end. This is especially important for two reasons. One, if you ever need to reconnect your Facebook account or something kind of went wrong during the connection process, it's good to note these two places that I'm about to show you in Facebook. The second option is right here is when we take a look at Instagram, and for those of you who don't know, Facebook, I believe, has purchased Instagram. If we look through this drop down right here, we only see Instagram post scheduling. So we're only able to schedule a certain amount of posts to send out. We're not able to actually send out ads to hunt for leads. That connection will actually be inside of your Facebook business. So taking a look here, I'm going to travel over to my Facebook business page here. So welcome. As we're taking a look here, if this is your first time creating a Facebook business page, what I typically do is I click on these dotted squares on the top right-hand corner here. It'll open up a drop-down menu with two sections, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left pretty much directs you to any one of these pages here or options, but the right-hand side is going to allow you to create either a post, a page, an ad, things like that. And what we're truly looking for is we're looking for this white page button right here, because this allows us to create that Facebook business page. Now, since I already have a Facebook business page created right here, if we're still looking for to jump into that page, you can see this in two different sections. I'm going to click on that dotted square again, and as I scroll down on the left-hand side, you'll see the orange flag. So you have one flag that's colored, one flag that's white. White is how you create. Orange is how you get to your page. Now, there's one other section with pages right here, and that's going to be all the way over here to the left-hand side. So if you don't have that dotted square that I'm clicking on right there, just know on the left-hand side, you should have that orange pages as well. Now, when I click on pages right here, it'll bring me up to the three business pages that I have created within my personal account right here. And again, those should reflect those three connections that I connected within my ads manager right here. So again, as we're taking a look, you'll see that those are the same business pages on my personal account. Once we jump into our business page, we'll give our title a click here. This is a newer kind of update that Facebook has created probably about 6 to 8 months ago, where once we jump into our business page right here, on the left-hand side, you will have a certain set of options, professional dashboard, insights, and settings that are grayed out. And we're not able to jump into these. However, if you give them a click, it'll ask you if you want to switch over to your personal, if you want to switch from your personal account over to your business account. So you can engage and interact as that business. You'll also be able to have that option on the top right-hand corner here. If we give our headshot a click, you'll also see the ability to toggle over to your business page. I'm going to switch to my business page right here. Let me refresh. And as I jumped into my business page, my headshot on the top right-hand corner switched from my personal account to my business page account. And then it also opened up all of these grayed out options as well. Within your business account, if you click on Insights, it'll take you to a new set of options. And within these two set of options, you're going to have two sections. One, you're going to have page access right here. So if I give page access a click, this is going to be where we can indicate that our KW command is successfully connected. So that's where you'll see that Keller Williams marketing. So that's the KW command right here. But again, you'll also have the ability to see if you belong to a team, if your team members actually have that ability to connect that that team Facebook business page. Now, the only way that a business page will be able to be seen within your KW command to connect is you must at least be an admin of the business page. So if you belong to a team and you have multiple team members, if you want them to participate in that Facebook business page, they have to at least be an admin in the credentials right here. So that's the first section. We are connected. I don't have any team members, so that's perfectly fine right here. The second section right here, going backwards within this long set of lists right here, we're going to look for linked accounts. So remember, before we were in page access, now we're going to click on linked accounts. And this is where you go to connect your Instagram to post paid ads. Okay, so it actually is connected through your Facebook business page, not your KW command. Only KW command has the post scheduling. So Karen, yes, absolutely. Again, let me jump back over here. I'm going to jump back over to my Facebook page. I know I did that kind of quick. I'm inside my Facebook page right now, inside my business page. So inside of my business page right here, underneath my my business page account, because you can toggle back and forth between them. Inside of Insights, we'll give that a click, and then you'll have this back end settings. Then page access is where you go to make sure that your KW command is connected and your team members are connected. And then down below, within linked accounts right here, this is where you go to connect your Instagram paid ad. Meta versus Facebook business page, I see that in here. Truthfully, I believe Meta is the parent company of Facebook, right? So think of it much like, you know, your personal profile is the parent of your Facebook business page. Truthfully, I know there are some back-end settings with Meta. This is truthfully what I would say to be the easiest, most fluent connection within your Facebook and your KW command, instead of utilizing that Meta side. Jumping back in here. So once we do have these two sections connected and we check to make sure everything is good to go, taking a look right here, we are finally ready to kind of create some marketing content to post to our social media. So if we go ahead and click on the red KW square on the left-hand side and scroll down, your design section is going to be where we go to create the marketing. The campaigns are going to be where we go to send that marketing out. So clicking on designs here, we're going to create two quick designs, one for our paid ads and one for our scheduled posts. So we want to engage with our internal group, and then we want to also hunt for leads. So taking a look at this right here on the top right hand corner, we can click on create design, and this will give you 4 different options depending on where you want to send that marketing to. Since we're creating marketing for social media today, we're actually going to be inside of the social square. Now, clicking on this social square right here, we should see a number of different options in terms of templates. So let me zoom up just a little bit more here. So we'll see a number of different options for templates. The left-hand side is going to be basically what do you want to send out. It's organized based off of listings, buyers, lead generation, holidays. So whatever you're looking to kind of send out, we'll have all these organizational methods on the left-hand side. For our paid ads, let's do a lead generation right here. And let's do maybe home value. We'll click on a home value. And as we take a look right here, we'll see a number of different pre-generated templates that you can jump into and really customize. So again, they do a good job of creating these templates where all you really have to do is create a headshot right here, add your Market Center logo, and you do have a pretty viable ad here. Now, let me do something else, kind of like let's do listing and neighborhood snaps right here. This is also a great paid ad or even a scheduled post to send out to your contacts or leads to show them what the market stats are in that specific neighborhood. So I think I'm going to use this one right here because I think it provides a little bit more information. Again, depending on which style you like, you can kind of choose the rectangle side, the square version, and all of these will also give you indications on where it is best to place these. So they kind of have all the templates right here in a catch-all. But if you look up at the top right here above these templates, you should see social wide, social square, as well as social stories. So this will actually give you just the shape that you're looking for. Not only that, it'll also give you a indication on where this will be best utilized in which social media platform. So right here it says leverage the social wide format for use on Twitter, Facebook ads, and LinkedIn ads. Social Square says this format is good for Instagram, Facebook post, and LinkedIn post. And then you got the social stories, which is good for Instagram and Facebook stories. So you have a few different options here depending on what you're looking to send out. I think I'm just going to choose a random square right here. And depending on which image I like to use, I can click on the red use button right here, and it should open up that template here for me. Now keep in mind, if I am going to click on this section right here, that we have a full in-depth designs class. Okay, so just know that that we have a detailed training as well as recordings on how to navigate the designs portion inside of KW Command, utilize the tools and features as well as the functionality. So so for this example, I'm just going to create a quick paid ad right here. And first and foremost, taking a look at our ad on the right hand side and our tools on the left hand side, what I want to do first is I may want to change this image right here to maybe a more localized image, right? Or just a stock photo that's a little bit different. If you're looking for stock photos when you're creating your social media ads, there's a few different options that we can do. The first, probably most useful would probably be this site right here, Pexels, PEXELS.com. I'm going to drop this in the chat box for you guys. Give me just a second here. There you go. What this is, these are free stock images right here that you can download and utilize for your content here. So let me just click in house. So right here, I can actually download any number of these homes right here and be able to utilize this within my content. So it's going to download here for me. Try that one more time. There we go. And then we'll be able to bring that over to our social media ad. So as we're taking a look right here, I'm going to replace that image right here. And how I do that, I'm just going to click add right here. I'm going to drag that photo. And it's going to load up here for me. Once this loads up and is ready to be utilized, I'm just going to click and hold this, and I'm going to drag this over top of this image right here. It's going to load up here for me, and I'm going to double click and then just kind of move this around here. There you go, that's fine. Hit done right here. And then next, when it comes to our neighborhoods, on the left-hand side here, I can click on KWLS. I can click on snapshots right next to listing right here. And then just type in a neighborhood or an address right here. So let's see. My neck of the woods over here, Plum Ridge, we have a number of these different drop downs. So again, depending on what you're looking for, just type in your neighborhood. If you're wondering what your neighborhood is, it all generates from Nextdoor, right? So you can either search for this based off of your KW command. You can search for this based off of Nextdoor, but that should allow you to be able to view which neighborhoods you want to pull in. But Plum Ridge is me over here, so I'm going to scroll down and you'll see that there's a number of different options or styles that I can choose from. I'm just going to choose the one that's very similar to the one I'm going to overlay. I'm going to place this right here. And I'm just going to replace this with Plum Ridge. And look at that. And so now we have a pretty good, I'm going to add also my DBA logo right here. So I'm going to click on logos on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on my assets. If you haven't uploaded your logos to your assets, again, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be able to kind of help you out. Send over those assets as well that you'd like uploaded. And every time you go and create a design, you'll have these available for you. So I'm going to actually just move the Scott Leroy marketing logo right here. and then up this just ever so slightly. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to click on download right now because I personally always like to download my pieces of marketing content just in case if something happens during the upload process. So I'm going to click on PNG, high quality image. I believe it's at 100% right here. I'm just going to click download. It'll also say downloading right here on the bottom left. And once this hits 100, it should give me a download option. I'm going to pull this up right here and we can view that ad. And what's cool is you actually see that this auto-generated that information, that neighborhood information, without me having to really do anything other than drag it on top of that stock template right there. So we'll use that for our paid ad. And we're actually going to go backwards here. And we need something for our social post, right? For our scheduled post. So for our internal group of individuals who've already liked our business page, some that we may have already done business with before that we just kind of need to keep front of mind. Maybe we can go ahead and click on templates right here, and let's see if there's anything like say this month. See April right here. So now what's pretty cool is, look, happy tax day. We have an amazing tax post. So again, something to kind of help keep front of mind for those individuals. I'm going to choose a rectangle view this time. And as this is being a social post right here, I don't really have to really do too much because, again, we're just trying to keep front of mind with those, keep engaged with people who've already liked our business page. And then again, in this case, I'm just going to click on logos again, my assets. And again, you can add a number of different content in here. If you wanted to add, like say, your headshot, we can go ahead and add that in the bottom right-hand corner as well. I'm going to throw Scott in the bottom right. And then again, you can edit any of this text that you like as well. So have you filed your taxes yet? Question mark, exclamation point. So whichever you're kind of comfortable with, or whatever engagement you want to engage with people who've already liked your page. But as this is a demonstration here, I think this is perfectly fine for today. Again, I'm just going to download this really quick. High quality PNG. And perfect. And then on the top left-hand corner, you do have this save button as well. I don't think that I saved the previous design, but hopefully that caught there for me. So now jumping back over to our KW command. Now that we have our two designs inside of our KW command here, we have our neighborhood nurture. Sorry, we have our neighborhood snapshot, as well as our social post, our tax day. So now that we have both of these, we can actually jump into our opportunities. Sorry, our campaigns. Jumping inside of our campaigns right here, this is what your campaign's dashboard or your campaign's quote homepage looks like. So on the top left-hand corner here, it says welcome to campaigns. It also lets you know what accounts you do have connected. So we have our emails connected and our Facebook, but we don't have Twitter connected. On the right-hand side right here, it also kind of shows you that as well. So it looks like our Morgan teaching samples is connected, as well as Scott Leroy's command email. And that's pretty much what we have so far. For social posts right here, again, Instagram was connected for those post scheduling. So again, you'll see that visible. But again, we don't have Twitter, so you won't see that available. Before we get any further downward here, we also have a menu option within our campaign. So we have our dashboard, paid ads, emails, direct mail, as well as social posts. So these are going to be your organizational methods as you are creating campaigns and sending them out. You can very easily say, I kind of want to check on my email campaigns right now and see how that's doing, right? Or my paid ads. As we scroll down a little bit further here, you also have something called quick posts, and these are pretty cool auto-generated posts that if you don't have time to send out to your Facebook business page, you can just go ahead and click on one of these arrows right here, these blue arrows, and it'll actually pre-generate an entire text for you. If you want to swap a picture out or edit the text a little bit, you can, and then go ahead and click on schedule post. So really quickly able to be sending out a social post even if you don't have time. Now, scrolling down here a little bit more, if you're curious on more tips and tricks on campaigns, right? There's a full square down below here that shows you how to create a paid ad, right? How to create and manage social posts, and how to pause and stop a campaign. If you're kind of past this category right here, we actually have advanced tips on the top right-hand corner. We can toggle this, and this kind of brings you into that next level of ads. So again, there's your information when it comes to your campaigns right there. So as we're taking a look right here, we're going to navigate over to our paid ads section right here. Taking a look at our paid ads, I know we have quite a bit of drafts right here, but ignore these for just a second. Inside of your paid ads, you'll have how many ads went out in the past 30 days, all the way up to all time. How many impressions you've gathered, how many leads you've gathered, and how much money you've spent. Taking a look at this right here, we are in paid ads, so we are going to need to set up a payment method. And how we do that is if we follow this all the way over to the right-hand side here, right next to create campaign, we have our payment. And clicking on our payments right here, you'll see that on the top corner, the top section right here, you'll have all the cards that you've entered. On the top corner, you'll have add payment method. So this is where you enter your card information, and then it should be saved up top here. You can even assign certain cards to be your default. Now down below here, you'll also see pretty much where your money is being spent on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So that way you can really see the metrics of which social media platforms yield the best results for you. So you can really just kind of, if you're spending 2/3 of your funds on Facebook, but the majority is coming through Instagram, you may want to kind of allocate some more funds towards your Instagram. Now, one thing to keep in mind, sometimes when we send out a paid ad, there may be a typo, or there may be an error, or we may have sold the listing and we don't need that ad anymore. If we are creating ads and we need to pause or stop the ad, what will happen is if I spend $10 on an ad and I use up $7 and I still have $3 left, it's going to wait until the end of that time frame that I set up for that ad to be running, and then it will allocate those $3 remaining within my credits right here for me to utilize within another ad. So just know that you do have rollover. In other words, if you do end up pausing or discontinuing an ad halfway through. So as we're taking a look right here, we have our payment method. We're going to click on paid ads. We're going to create a campaign right here. And again, much like how we saw within our designs, we have social ads, social post, direct mail, and email. Both of these take that social design. So we're going to do paid ad first. We're going to give that a click, and we're going to type neighborhood snap. There we go. And down below here, there's a number of different options to choose between. So what's our goal here? Is our goal to advertise a listing? Is our goal to advertise multiple listings? So on and so forth. Each one of these may give you a unique set of options as you're setting this up. For example, advertise listing will allow you to pull in a listing from the MLS. Advertise multiple listings will allow you to pull in multiple, like 3 or 4, and then you'll be able to showcase those on one ad. So for this example right here, I'm just going to click on other right here. I could also click on brand awareness, but I'm just going to click on other. I'm going to choose my Facebook right here and then create campaign. Taking a look at this right here, as we are navigating through this section, the left-hand side is going to be all of the content that we are manually inputting. The right-hand side is going to be what that ad looks like, and it updates in real time as we fill out this this bit of information. So first and foremost, do we want to enter a listing? I don't have a listing for this ad. We're just going to throw in a neighborhood snapshot. So moving down here to the text here. Check out your neighborhood snap. And again, as we're dealing with social media, right? I would play to the eyes of the audience. We notice in social media that they use a lot of emojis, a lot of sort of GIFs and things like that. So on the bottom left-hand corner here, you're going to see a small little smiley face. We're going to give that a click, and here we can go ahead and search for any emojis that we want. So let me do this scary face right here. Home. And let's see if I can type in value, see if something. There you go. So now, and as we start adding that in on the right-hand side, it fills that out in real time on your ad. So scrolling down here a little bit more. Oh, and then so it just cut me off when I started to type this out here. Just note that you are restricted to a number of characters. That's right, Plum Ridge stats right here. Within the title, you are limited to about 25 characters, but within the description, you can kind of add some more context to it. And then again, you can also add emojis down here as well. But I think this is pretty good so far. Let me go ahead and fix that typo there. And then once we're done with each section right here, there's going to be a save button. To give this a click, we can carry on to our media. So now within our media, if we give this a drop down, depending on what type of media we've created, we can actually choose our images, choose video, and so on. We chose to create an image here. So we're going to click on images, select media, and from here, you can add it from a number of different locations. So we don't have a listing that we selected, so that won't be available for us. But when we click on add images, we can browse from the library or upload that image that we initially downloaded. I'm going to browse from the designs library, and I'm going to choose that neighborhood snapshot. This is going to load up for me, and then I'm just going to preview and crop the image. All right, everything looks pretty good so far. I'm going to review and crop. As we are creating a number of different shapes and sizes on our social media content, on the top corner, the top middle here, you'll see the ability to adjust this depending on what your size and shape is. So if I want to create a wide, here's my wide section. If I want to create square, it fills in that whole entire social ad for me. Hit save ad right here. And as you see, we can kind of view all of that information that we pre-populated. So I'm going to hit save right here. You can add more images as well. So again, just to kind of show you really quickly, if I wanted to add another image, like say, for example, the tax one. All right, so it looks like that wasn't quite ready to be used just yet. So we'll back out, but again, that's why we kind of uploaded all or downloaded all of our images, because just in case if something happens where it's not quite ready yet, we can always just pull over that one that we downloaded from our computer. And what's cool is once you add multiple images or multiple contexts and stuff, you'll see that your viewers will be able to kind of side scroll between the two different pieces of content here. I'm going to delete this here and hit save. Now, next is going to be our Facebook settings right here. And this is what I would say probably one of the most important sections when it comes to creating your Facebook ads, okay? So again, if you don't remember anything from this video here today, this is the portion that that I'm really hoping you guys will remember. When you go and create a Facebook ad right here, you'll have the option to select your account. That's your personal profile, what's underneath your business page. And then we're able to select our business page. I know I have 3 accounts, 3 business pages, but I only selected 2 in that checkbox in my settings here. So only 2 show up. I'm going to click on Morgan Teaching Samples. And this next section right here, destination, this is going to be that most important section that I'm talking about. You'll have 2 options. You'll have the option to click on Facebook lead generation form, or you'll have the option to choose site or landing page. Since it says destination right here, automatically, you think that we want to actually send them to a site or landing page so they can check out our website, our specific landing page dedicated to this neighborhood, or anything of that nature. Truthfully, if you choose this option right here, you will not be able to automatically claim leads to go into your contacts here. The only way that we can claim leads is if we choose this option right here. What this happens, the story behind both of these buttons right here is if you choose Facebook lead generation form, the moment a lead clicks on your ad, they'll get a small pop-up that they'll have to accept before they're taken to that site or landing page. If you choose site or landing page, that pop-up will not appear. You will not claim that lead, and it will only direct them to that site or landing page, okay? So always choose Facebook lead generation form to claim your leads. That way you'll be able to utilize them within your contacts and start nurturing them. So we're going to use Facebook lead generation form. Right below that, we'll have our button label. So again, depending on what type of marketing that we're sending out, if this is a client appreciation event, if this is an open house, we may not want learn more. We may want a sign up. And we can choose that by clicking this learn more button, and we have apply now, sign up, and learn more. So depending on what you want, you can change this button here. I would choose learn more just because we are giving stats on a neighborhood. So if they want more information on stats on a neighborhood, they can simply go to my landing page, which I set up for them. Now, truth be told, I don't quite have a landing page, but we're just going to choose one here from our drop down. We're going to pretend that this is the landing page that we created. And now we'll claim the lead. They'll be sent to that landing page for additional information. And everything from there on out will be up to that lead. But we've got that information. We can start nurturing now. Now, these next few sections, I believe this is where I'm starting to see a couple of these questions, like claiming leads and making sure that that you can actually generate them and send them to different locations within your command. So first and foremost, let's talk about audience. This is probably one of the most controversial bits of information that if you were to ask different people, they give you different answers. So the question is, what is the best way to set up our ad? Do we do the auto targeting? Do we create a custom audience? What's the difference between the two, and which yields more results? Well, truthfully, the best way that I can say is I would probably leave that up to you to see if I would probably run 2 of the same exact identical ads at the same exact time and see which one yields the more results. Auto audience right here allows you to be able to select a location. Typically, I would select something around the area of my Plum Ridge stats. And then give a mile radius. So this will just send out to just an automatic group of people within this criteria right here. Our custom audience, what this will do is this will allow you to be able to select a group of individuals who have specific interests. So for example, if I want to maybe target renters and I want to help them purchase their first home, I can kind of go through here and I can kind of click on any one of these check boxes that pop up. So renter looks like that was kind of a very small category there, but giving a look here through all the interests, you have accounting, acting, advertising, agriculture, apartment. There you go. That probably would have been better for me. apartment right here. And so you can go through and you can select a number of different individuals who fit these criteria that you can target to on Facebook. Now, here's my thought process to you, okay? Is once we start selecting a number of these individuals, we can see the estimated audience on all of these right here. So if we were to select, say, a large number of checkboxes right here, think about adding up all of these individuals right here and thinking about your budget and your duration, if that would actually be able to suffice this amount of audience, right? I'd hate for you to put up a $5 ad, have, 1 million people that you're trying to target to, and have that be so diluted that you're not yielding those leads. So keep in mind, I would kind of run a few people of interest. I may pair that with an auto audience as well and see which one may be working the best for me. Now, what else is really cool here is they have another option that allows you to be able to target your database as well. So if you have a number of leads that you just haven't quite worked on just yet, we can actually target the database, and we can actually send out let me see. I don't think I have anybody in here, but we can actually target our database here and be able to send out to those specific individuals. Last but not least, if you're adding interest right here, for example, let me go ahead and add one. We'll add advertising right here. Once you add an interest right here, you can save this audience. You can also narrow the audience as well. So you have some options to choose from. I'm going to save this audience and name this advertising. So now I'll have my own saved audience right here, where depending on how many different saved audiences, I can kind of toggle that back and forth. Buyers, sellers, investors, things like that. Lead settings right here. This is the cool part that I think that we've had a couple questions about in chat. When you claim the lead, what happens? So we have the cool feature within our Facebook settings to automatically claim that lead. But now we have another function that says, once that lead's been claimed, what would you like command to do? So this actually allows us, on our lead settings, this allows us to say, we actually want this lead to be auto tagged, maybe as Facebook. So we can auto tag this as Facebook ad, any lead that comes in here, so I automatically know where they're coming from. And then maybe if I have like a nurture smart plan, or an 8x8 new contact engagement, or a 36 touch that I want to start utilizing, right? We can actually assign them automatically to a smart plan. Let's actually see if there's an 8x8 here to start off with. All right, I'll use the 555. So as we're taking a look right here, now I can hit save, and now again everything is set up for the moment leads to come in. They're going to start getting either an email, a text message. I'm going to get a task to perform a certain action. So now we can actually start getting the ball rolling right when we start setting up this ad right here. Last but not least, you have your duration and budget right here. And again, this is going to be that second controversial bit of feedback here. Duration budget, they give you good hints right here, and it says we recommend a 10-day campaign and a budget of $1 per channel per day. And per channel means Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, right? Those are going to be your channels. Ads may take up to 24 hours to be reviewed by Facebook before coming active. So this is an important thing too. If you're creating paid ads, I would at least give yourself a few day buffer, because once we send this or publish this campaign, what it's going to do is it's going to move from command over to Facebook. And as it moves from command to Facebook, Facebook terms of service actually has to go through a reviewing process in order to make sure that your ad is in compliance with their terms of service. So this may take about 24 hours, just like we're seeing right here. So keep in mind, I would highly suggest creating and publishing these ads at least a few days before you're looking for them to go out. We can always set a date, for the 31st. And then again, that's when the ad's going to start to run. But you always want to make sure that you have that processing time to make sure your ads are going out on time. If St. Patrick's Day was tomorrow, I probably wouldn't make it in time to have my St. Patty's Day ad posted. So now down below here, they do say they recommend 10-day campaign. I like to be a little bit more micro granular with this. I like to say, try to give it around a 5 to 7 day a time frame, because what you may see is when you put your budget down, you may see day 1, you may not start to get too many leads. Day 2, a couple may start to trickle in. Day 3, you may start to get the bulk majority. Day 4, you may start to trickle out, and day 5, you may not get too much more. So I like to say a 3 to 5 day or a 5 to 7 day ad may help yield the better results for you, because again, that's half the time. You can always duplicate the ad, but it allows you to really be able to kind of focus on what's going on as this is running. So again, I would probably do 5 day right here. That's perfectly fine. And then again, what's your total budget? So this is your total budget for the ad. So, and it'll also tell you how many channels per day. We only have one channel, which is my teaching Facebook. So now we can go ahead and say, all right, $1.20 per channel per day. Now again, the more funds that you put in, the more saturation you get, right? So again, for 5 days, if I have say $6 a day, that's gonna produce probably a little bit more yield. But truthfully, I think I've heard of agents being able to get away or be successful in these ads by I believe $1.24 a lead. So again, keep in mind that it really depends on your ad, your content. It depends on something else that I really like to talk about, especially during this class right here. I get the question a lot that how do I stand out in a sea of real estate agents and social media? And truthfully, my best advice to you would be to focus on your niches, right? Your hobbies, your interests, because a great example is if you are an avid gardener and you just like posting pictures of your flowers, and you have a gardener group that you participate in, and you're engaging with different individuals, it's going to be a lot easier to naturally engage or be there when somebody's ready to kind of do business, right? As opposed to jumping into a completely different interest, hobby, or category that you have no idea what it's about. So great example is I may be able to kind of engage and interact with people a lot more naturally in a technology group, right? As far as a skateboarding group, probably not so much, because I won't quite know what they're talking about. My ad may not represent their style quite as much, and so on and so forth. So focus on your hobbies and your niches. And one last thing that I like to say that might help you guys out is be real, right? When we're talking about social media and we're talking about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I strongly believe that this is it's a natural mechanism in the human mind, similar to when we watch reality TV shows, right? We get a little glimpse of what somebody else's daily life or what somebody else actually interacts or engages with. And this is typically what most individuals spend most time on social media. So if we think about, be vulnerable, right? Be able to show your hobbies, your interests, your skills, because that's what's going to allow these individuals and these leads to be able to say, oh man, that's a pretty cool individual. I may like to do business with them, right? So just kind of keep that in mind when it comes to creating your ads and sending your ads out, as well as your who you're actually targeting via the interests. So as far as this goes right here, I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. This looks good. I didn't set up a payment method, so I don't have that that publish campaign, but I can save this as a draft right here. And as we jump in here, you'll see that I now have this ad created right here. If I wanted to at any point in time, I can click on these three dots. I can edit the campaign. When this draft, when I send this draft off, it'll say processing. That's that processing time that we just mentioned. And then it'll say active, I believe. And as we take a look at this right here, and we look at our duration, CPM, CPC, CPLC, these are all abbreviations right here that I don't expect anybody to know off the top of their head. But just know that these are metrics and measurements on what's happening with this ad right here. If you're ever interested or wondering what these mean right here, we can follow this cursor over to the right-hand side, and right next to goal, you'll have a identification icon, an eye with a circle around it. And if we give this a click right here, it'll give us definitions on all of these. So CPM, CPC, and CPLC. So CPM is cost per 1,000 impressions. CPC, cost per link click. And CPLC, cost per lead captured. If you want additional context on these, you can click on these drop-down arrows, and it can kind of let you know what they're using to find out this metric. Now, as we take a look right here, that may be about it for me in my time frame. If you want to stay for a few extra minutes, I'm just going to briefly, probably for about 3 minutes, run through the social post, right? Because it's very similar to this. However, it has just a couple different options. So I'm going to choose the scheduled post. On the left-hand side right here, you'll see that that already pulled in my teaching samples. But again, if I wanted to do Scott's Instagram as well, I can do that. I can write that text much like how I did previously. But on this section right here, it doesn't give me that option to add that image. So I can add the text at the very top here. For this image right here, they actually squeezed it into this box right next to the emojis, right? So if I click on add media right here, then it will bring me up a drop down for me to be able to post. I'm going to browse files right here. Well, actually, I think let's browse designs and see if this is ready. Perfect. So, so as we're taking a look right here, we can save this file right here. It looks like this is perfectly good. Tax day is here. And then so now we have this piece of content right here. And then we can include some ownership statements. Again, as we are sending this out via social media, we still want to make sure that we are in compliance right here. So again, we can adjust that. If sometimes, much like how you see right here, that KW logo is covering up Scott's headshot, we can actually adjust this to left hand and right hand right here to make it look a little bit nicer. And then last but not least, we have that scheduled post or publish immediately. So again, the name of the game for scheduled posts is to make sure that you can spend probably a couple hours creating the content, and then you can schedule them out and not have to worry about it for an entire week. That's truthfully, or however long, 2 weeks, 1 month, however long you want to create these scheduled posts for. Now, down below here, we can publish this immediately, or we can schedule this post out. If we schedule this post out, just note that we cannot publish it sooner than 30 minutes. If it's 30 minutes or sooner, that would represent that publish immediately, okay? So we're just going to schedule this post out. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to schedule this post right here. It's going to give me one final view of how this looks. That looks perfectly fine. And then on your social post side, you have a different organizational method, which is a week at a time. But on the top right-hand corner, you have a toggle so you can view a whole month. So now we can see how many social media posts are going out at what different days and times. We can also give this a click right here and see who liked the page, who commented, and so on and so forth, as well as like what that actual piece of content looked like. We'll see that one right here as well. So again, I had a question about quick posts right here. There's a number of different quick posts. So again, you can kind of view through here. We can also click on this shuffle button, and this will shuffle through, again, a number of different posts, quick posts here for you. So again, look through these because I'm not 100% sure how much, but you have at least probably about 5 or 10 quick posts. All right, that's going to be about it for me today. Thank you so much for spending a few extra minutes. If I did not cover anything, if I did not cover the questions that you had asked in chat, just note that I'm going to stay for a few minutes after to help address those. For those of you who are watching this video at a later date, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com.